Hello and welcome to Procreate Pocket, the drawing app for your iPhone produced by the Procreate team. So this might look familiar to you if you're used to using Procreate on your iPad. We're looking at the gallery view, which shows your collection of stacks, and similarly as with Procreate on your iPad, you could tap into any one of these and see the images that you have stored within that stack. So what I'm going to show you is how to create your first canvas, and you do that by tapping on the plus sign at the top right of the screen. So I'll tap on that now, and that gives me an option to create a new canvas. And you can see I have a few selections available to me, but I'm just going to go for the screen size so that we have a nice big canvas on which to work. And what I've done is just pinched it slightly smaller so that I can draw on it in a comfortable angle. And the first thing that I'm going to do is to change my color, which currently is set at pink, and you can see that in the circle at the top right, but I'm going to change that to black. And the other thing that I'm going to do is to select a brush, which you can see is available from that brush symbol kind of in the middle top of my screen. So I'll select my brushes, and you can see on the left hand side there's a broad range of Procreate brushes that come with the app, and I also have some customized brush sets that I've created myself. And this is my own little selection of brushes, and I'm going to go for dry ink, which is one of my favorite brushes. So I tap done, and that brings me back to my canvas view where I can draw with my thumb. You'll note if I want to make the brush smaller, I slide the slider on the left of the screen, and you can see that'll make my brush smaller, which is handy if you're drawing with your thumb. The other thing that you'll note is that the opacity slider is on the left, and I can change that opacity, set it right down to quite low if I want to, but I'll push it up to the top, push my brush up to the top, and there we go. So the next thing I'll show you is the layers, which is on the right next to the colors. You tap on that and you can see that I have this drawing in a layer. I'm going to add a new layer by tapping the words new layer at the top left, and that provides me with a new layer. I check the done, and that takes me back to my canvas view. So I'm going to choose another color. Let's choose the pale pink. Done. And I'm going to flood my canvas with that as I would normally do. So let's see what my layers look like now. I've got the flooded layer on top. I'm going to select it and drag it down under my other layer, press done, and there we go. There's my work of art. So now I want to export it as an image. What do? I check or I tap on the word modify, and that brings up some other instructions. And you can see the wrench that we're familiar with, the magic wand, and the select and transform tools. So I'm going to tap on the wrench, and that gives me a whole lot of actions down at the bottom. Share is the one that I want to use. So I'm going to tap share image at the very bottom left, and that gives me the option to share in a range of file types. So I'll select JPEG, and it'll export. I'll scroll up to my save image, and my export is successful. My image has been saved, and I'm ready to create another drawing on another canvas. So I'll just go back by using that back arrow, and I'll repeat the whole process again. And that's the way to start. So I hope you've enjoyed that and that it inspires you to start drawing your first Procreate Pocket artwork.